Well, Taurus, it's June 2022. I'm going to start the map rolling straight away because it's an important month. We notice here that Mercury's been retrograde in your sun sign, along with the North Node, a karmic planet, Uranus, the unpredictable one, and Venus, your ruler. So the stationary direct motion of Mercury here shows us some greater understanding of yourself and the way forward in terms of projecting yourself onto the way to the world around you. You know, the retrograde planets, as I mentioned in the introduction, if you didn't yet see that, is very much a karmic planet. This transit that I'm seeing here is all about changing the way you make decisions, changing your attitude to the circumstances that you find yourself in, and realizing very, very clearly that your karma, your destiny, is a reflection of your thinking, your attitude, and the way you project that onto the world around you. You notice there, by the 7th, Saturn is also going into its retrograde motion, your best planet. And for your sun sign, actually, Taurus, this is a very, very powerful transit that rules your 9th house of good fortune, one of the other karmic houses, and your 10th house, which is the highest field of activity, your career, your self-esteem, your reputation. This is empowered for the next couple of months to really give you some great results in your work. And I dare say with the movement of Mercury into this forward motion and its entry back into the 2nd house, its own sign of finance, this is going to be a particularly productive period for you. And this month, after the reassessment of certain financial and professional circumstances, the trine aspect, which will develop over the next month or so, of Saturn to this Mercury will be very conducive to a steadying of your money, to a better situation. There it is on the 14th. And that occurs right as the full moon is taking place on the same date. So the 14th is a potent date. You'll notice that the moon is transiting through this 8th house of shared resources, while Mercury is moving through in its forward motion, a little bit slowly at the moment, but the realm of self-exertion. What you can do, as I said in the beginning of the reading, what you project, how you see yourself now, I think has a large bearing on this part of your life, the finances, the success that you're looking to achieve. And there's the moon on the 17th, also moving into that upper part of your horoscope as the ruler of your 3rd house of communication, contracts, short journeys. So you may be a little bit busy there. The 19th, that conjunction with Saturn is probably a little troublesome. Maybe dealing with one of your superiors at that time might throw a spanner in the works. But nothing to worry about now that this Mercury is direct. Both these planets, Mercury having been retrograde and Saturn, are very, very positive planets. And according to the dicta that I've studied, the retrogression of friendly planets is actually very good omen. One thing you must be careful of here, and I might have mentioned it in the last month or so, is the conjunction here. It's a passing conjunction now. But at the start of the month, Mars and Jupiter together in this 12th house of expenses may not be adequately counteracted by Mercury and Venus here in your 2nd house. So this 2nd house is your income, whereas this 12th house is indeed your outgoings. It shows me here that these two planets are probably a little stronger. They're not friendly to your sun sign, so therefore there may be some impulse with Mars transiting in that area. By the way, 12th house has to do with your sexual proclivities. So as well as burning the candle at both ends, generally speaking, you may be a little excessive in your sensual appetites as well as your spending habits. So be a little bit careful. We come to the end of the month there, just on the 29th there, with a new moon taking place in this 3rd house. And that, of course, ushers in a new chapter in terms of the way you communicate, the way you negotiate, the way you want to express your ideas, and most importantly, the manner in which you think. Critical thinking is essential, and I think this paves the way for some really great changes in yourself that are going to bear out here in your finances and in this career area. Notice also, just before I finish up, the retrogression of Pluto, the modern day ruler of your relationships. This is also showing us an empowerment of your relationships. You've currently got the karmic point, past karma point, transiting there. And as I've mentioned in the introduction, the retrogression of planets does in its own way relate to the karma. So you may be undergoing some revision in that area of your life as well, looking back and wondering how you could have improved things. That's all good stuff, and will also definitely improve your relationships if you're open and sensitive enough to putting your ego to the side and, just being transparent with the one you love. All good this month. Before I leave, don't forget, you must go over to astrology.com.au. Take a look at the additional readings that I've got there for the daily scopes, the weeklies and the yearlies, along with synopsis of the month, which will give you a little bit more insight into what's going on right now for your star sign. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop me a note. I'll love to hear from you. If you need a personal reading, I'm always here at your disposal. And I will see you next month. Take care now.